Guys, welcome to the first game in the second set of the day, although this is the first set for us, between TaToH and Nicov, a decider in King of the Desert 4, the awesome tournament hosted by MEMP and sponsored by Microsoft, Meshuggah, and Pinstack. Awesome stuff, and I actually remember all the names now. Yay! So let's get started here, shall we? So what this means as a decider, it means that both these players have lost one game in the group stage, at least, but they have also won a game, which means that they're now going to battle it out for a final 8 spot. Whoever wins this goes on to the next round. Whoever loses this, unfortunately, will have to leave the tournament. So in the red, we have TaToH playing as the Byzantines, also the favorite of this match, but I wouldn't say by that much. And then in the blue, we have Nicov playing as the Khmer. And how you doing, Chanchularo? Good to see you, man. How's the dog, by the way? If you're letting out the dog right now, you can say hi to him for me. Oh, yeah, and it was Byzantines for TaToH, of course. If I didn't say that, I meant to say that. And hey, Rock Knuckles, good to see you, man. Good to see you. As we have TaToH bringing in a Rhino. Well, of course, we're a little bit behind the real game. I think we're like 10 minutes behind. But we're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up. No worries. He's doing great. He's sleeping behind my chair. Nice. That sounds like a good life, honestly. I mean, like, if you have a nice home as a dog and a cat, that's like ideal life goals right there. You can just sleep all day. Someone feeds you. You get snuggled all the time. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. We should probably have a look at the map as well before the game really gets started, as Nicov here pushing in an ostrich. We got a forward gold for Nicov on a hill as well. That's going to be tricky. We have berries in the back though, so that's pretty sweet. Let's see, we got stone forward, we got gold forward, but it looks like Nicov is going to wall most of that out, going for some smaller walls. I hope he sees that hole. He does, so you should know about that. We got stone over here, some extra gold. So yeah, I must say Nikov's base is... it's alright, right? You have 4 wood lines, so not too far from your TC. At some point, he'll probably get the bigger walls up for now. But for now, it's gonna make do with some smaller walls, right? It's more efficient. As TaToH getting close to a TC. Does take a bunch of arrow shots there to the face. Yep, that happens. Of course, he could maybe have seen that, but it's hard. It was just a second too late to react there. It's he already reacted to it before the arrows came his way, so he's fast. It's faster than most players would, but yeah, in the end, I think the reason that he still ended up taking arrow fires because he was planning to go to the left, but then he wanted to go to the right, and that indecision right there meant that he ended up in the middle, which is where the arrows were coming. So that's why he got hit. As now, okay, now Nicov is actually going to go for some bigger walls even, unless that was already the plan. But the thing is, because TaToH's scout is now weak, you don't have to worry about walling, right? You don't have to worry about that, because TaToH cannot snipe your villagers. So that's always nice if you can damage your opponent's scout. It means you can wall wherever you want. Now, TaToH hasn't really walled himself. Does have 4 wood lines like Nicov does, but decides to go for similar half walls, kind of walling to his TC a little bit. Also only on 1 wood line, which is, I mean, at least it's 2 lumber camps, so it is efficient. But the thing is that it's easy to deny. Vamos Nicov, te amo. We got ourselves a Nicov fan. I mean, he was playing really well in the second round. Like, that was a great match. Let's see, we got a back gold here for TaToH. We got a forward berries though, which will also be outside of this wall, so that's not too safe. We got stone here as well if you want some Byzantine castles. We got a gold in the back as well, which means this gold is relatively safe, but if you can deny both of these on the hill, then it's probably, it's going to be difficult for TaToH to reach gold. And that so far is pretty much the base layout for these 2 players. I think that's all there is to say about it. Now, as we see what people are going to do, I'm not seeing anyone on gold, so that's going to be scouts most likely here. Although Nicov, not a whole lot of not on wood, of course, because he's Khmer. You don't have to build a barrack, so you don't need as much wood. TaToH doesn't have that luxury. He's still going to go for scouts, though, because he's not on gold. So I should imagine a stable going up here as soon as he has the wood, but he's getting all these upgrades first, so I think Yeah, he's prioritizing economy right now over getting that stable up. Something that Nikov's always also doing. And it might be that TaToH is doing this because he saw that Nicov is already small walled, so there's not really, you know, the scouts aren't really gonna help you here. Like, you're not gonna break through these walls. Not necessarily. Whereas for TaToH though, he doesn't have walls, so Nicov could still totally go scouts if he wanted to. And I'm still waiting for a stable to go up here. But I'm not seeing any. So I guess both players kind of playing this a little bit more greedy, more passive than, well, you usually would. It's kind of weird though if you think about it, like that both players decide not to rush each other, because it's such, like, if you think, like, if you think about it, right, like we have different kind of rushes, and sometimes you know, men at arm into archers is kind of the meta right now. But what really is the meta? It's rushing. Like everyone, every game, everyone always goes for a military, right? Don't you remember that time in you know, when you first learned to play the game, and attacking in feudal age was like, what? That's not a thing. You can't kill the town center in the feudal age. Why would you attack in the feudal age then? You know, at least that was what it was like for me. You know, you made some spearmen to protect your town, but that was about it. You know, but nowadays, you know, when you learn all those build orders, you go forward and you rush, right? You go forward and make some military and pressure each other's bases. But, you know, and the reason for that is also because you'll see that the one game that you decide not to go forward with military, your opponent still does it, and then you get crushed by early feudal military. You know, but now both players have apparently decided that, nah, it's not worth our time this time around. I mean, for TaToH, I understand it because, well, I mean, scouts, again, not going to break in here, not going to do a whole lot of damage, right? That much is clear. I mean, you could still tower archers, you know, a tower behind this woodline would be really sweet, because that's, like, the only woodline Nicov is taking right now. Same for TaToH, tower right there, kabam, woodline gone. As we do have an archer range going up now for TaToH. I wonder if he's going to make archers from that as well. I should think so, because it's going up right now. He's not gone to gold yet. But yeah, Nicov, look at those resources spike. That's Khmer for you. And actually, it's going to be some skirms. I wonder, yeah, TaToH is looking, right? He's looking to see, he sees that Nicov is on gold. He's like, is Nicov going to make some archers here? No, Nicov is not going to make archers, actually. He is dropping a stable. He's going to go for some knights, obviously, in the next days. See, this building is coming up right as he needs the second building, right? Like, although actually Khmer, again, don't need the second building. Never mind, I didn't say anything. That's why that building sign isn't there. But yeah, this is coming up right as he's going to click up. So this is like, I'm going to do this in Castellates. What TaToH is doing, though, he dropped it first. He's not on gold yet, so he's... yeah, ends up being a little bit behind now, as we have a tower going up on Nicov. Because Nicov, he did spot this army coming forward. He's trying to delay it as much as he can, so that he can get this tower up. One, a little bit more. TaToH doesn't see it quite yet, and the tower will go up before the skirmishers get there. That's a nice tower as well. If you wall around that, then it's going to be very safe. Yeah, now Nicov can continue to take gold here, which is kind of important if you're going to try to go knights here. Something that TaToH still doesn't know about. You know, he's made some skirmishers, but that's not going to be a long-term unit, not with knights coming out. We also have Castellates already on the way, of course, for Nicov, because, yeah, he was ahead. TaToH is about to click up here. Yeah, he probably recognizes, okay, you know, this guy, he's not going to make military. This is... he is up to Castellates. I need to get up myself. And he clicks up, but he is a full 2.5 minutes behind here. So that's going to be a lot of time here for Nicov to maybe do some damage, as he is expanding to his second wood line. Probably expecting TaToH to try to hit his only wood line, which is, yeah. Ooh, I like this as well. You know, like when it comes to wood lines, trying to deny access from your opponents as much as you can, right? Like, even if skirmishers can sit right there in the choke point, it's really annoying, you know, especially if you're gonna go knights trying to fight archers in that little corridor. No, that sucks. Yeah, so expanding a little bit with a house, that's I like that. That's nice. Let's see, what's TaToH going to do? See a blacksmith. I see. There should be a market. Okay, there's the market. I'm not seeing any other production building just yet, so I'm not really sure yet what the plan is here. Okay, there's a stable. Okay. He probably saw the knights, or he probably expects knights from the Khmer player. I mean, that makes sense, right? It's Khmer. This is what they like to do. We have farms. We spam food. We make more knights. I mean, that's the whole plan with Khmer, basically. In any case, we have a villager going forward as well. Ooh. But TaToH, just happening to be around here, does see that. So I guess Nicov is going to drop that siege workshop a bit further back instead of forward. That makes sense. As we have a second stable coming up now for TaToH. Of course, he can make camels, and that's exactly what he's doing. And this of course, is a little bit awkward for Khmer, because they don't get camels. Of course, they can spam pikemen as well as knights, but still, not getting camels as a knight civ is always awkward. Always awkward. Wood upgrade coming in now for TaToH. Nicov hasn't gotten that wood upgrade yet. I mean, it's of course an expensive wood upgrade. You know, it depends on whether you want to get it or not. He will probably get it at some point during the castle age. He is all in knights for now. But if he manages to break in here, maybe do some damage, then perhaps it's time to add a TC. That is not going to be an overchop anytime soon. Man, I'm telling you, I was playing a game yesterday, and I was trying to get into someone's wood line. And I swear to God, there would have been a whole one wood. There was one wood left on the tree. If I waited just a second longer, it would have been an overchop, and I would have been able to kill so many vills. I swear to God, that was bad luck. Really bad luck. Because we have a TC now for TaToH. Yeah, he's not going to let that overchop happen. That's nice. Don't want to let these knights get in. There's a monk coming out already for some conversions. And wow, TaToH also confidently sending his camels forward to do some damage. But that's the thing, right? These aren't camels. 6 base attack, those are not great stats to, say, fight villagers or fight buildings. Does well against knights, but that's about it for camels. Unless, of course, you have Mali and camels for Remba. Those are pretty OP, actually. As TaToH not with only one upgrade on his camels is going to run away for this for now. We also have a monastery for Nicov, who also gets a light cavalry upgrade, because he probably expects more Byzantine monks to come out, and he wants to be able to snipe those with his light cav. So sending the rest of his military forward, and there we have it, a fight on the middle. Also, Khmer player making handy use of the fact that you can hide into houses. As the monk goes down, no conversions, but the amount of scorpions already rising, and camels without that melee armor suffering quite a bit from, or pierce armor actually, suffering quite a bit from these scorpions. Yeah, knights do better against scorpions for that very reason, because they have more pierce armor than camels do. Now we'll see, like in the long term, right? I mean, Byzantines have more options than Khmer, but Khmer have. I mean, I personally not my favorite civ. That much is true, at least for me. You probably knew that already. You've watched me more, but still, I recognize that Khmer with those scorpions that have extra range can be very dangerous, and they're also very good at spamming units. But the problem is that Byzantines happen to be very good at spamming the counter to this unit, pikemen, if that is what TaToH wants to go for here. But for now, he's busy defending himself, dropped his own siege workshop in his base so we can go for some mangonels if necessary, because the gold is right there. And Nicov is getting dangerously close to the point where TaToH will have to abandon this gold and have to go to his safer gold behind his town center. Scorpions still being annoying. Remember, these scorpions outrange archers in the castle age as well, unless they're British archers. So that's why they're actually so dangerous. And more dangerous than mangonels, because they have that extra range. Really matters. Really matters. Okay, look at what TaToH got redemption just a second ago. Has clicked on all 4 scorpions. He's going to try to go for conversions. Gets 2, 3... no, still 2. I think, did Nicov just convert one of his knights back? I think he did. As TaToH's using that knight against his scorpions, gets 1, but will not get the second one. Nope, that one goes down. That's also taking a fight under his DC, and all the camels go down, and now you've got knights and scorpions in your economy. Ay. Not looking too good for the Spaniard here. Argentinian looking to clean up this base, and TaToH calls to GG, and the first game goes to Nicov. Very good. I mean, again, I'm not actually that surprised by this, because these are both beasts of players. They're both really good, in top shape right now. This should be a banger of a set. I can't imagine but this going to fit. I can't but imagine that this goes to 5 games. But well played by Nicov. You know, going for with that camel. Did I say camels? I mean knight aggression. Even if it was very passive at the start, I mean, TaToH didn't punish that, so Nicov could get away with it, get the castle age faster, build his numbers, and then even though the counter was on the field, we got scorpions, we got monks ourselves, everything you needed, and yeah. Camels, of course, aren't as strong as knights, really, aren't they? Are only good against knights, but if you need to snipe sort of scorpions or monks, they kind of falter a little bit. And yeah, TaToH, he wasn't able to hold this pressure off, and that sealed his fate. Now, I'm going to quickly go to the statistics here, because we are still behind, so I do want to catch up a little bit, but you can tell by the KD. Kaboom. Second game is on. Okay, you know what? We'll just skip the statistics for now, because this was pretty clear who is the winner here. Let me get into the second game, and we can catch up a little bit. Instead of me blabbing on about it. Yeah, we're only 4 minutes behind. We're getting there. I will update the scoreboard as soon as I have some time for it. I didn't have the time because I had to hurry. Let's see. In the end, it doesn't really matter, right? Because we can watch the games at our own pace as well. There's always a lot of breaks between set, so you know it should be fine. And bam, there we go. Let me get a sip of water. And no spec delay, don't think so, so let's go. Alrighty, no, there we go. Alrighty, welcome to the second game between TaToH and Nicov. It is 1-0 for Nicov right now. So TaToH will have to counter with something else than cavalry, and indeed he has gone for Britons. Interesting. That's a very strong pick. Surprised that wasn't banned, but of course we haven't looked at the draft yet. I'll show it if I have time later. And for Nicov, he has picked Vietnamese, which some might argue is a counter pick to Britons, because I mean you can go for archers just like Britons do. Of course, you don't have as strong archers as Britons have, but you've got one particular unit which happens to be an archer, anti-archer archer. It's of course the Rattan archer, which is very strong against your opponent's ranged unit. As Nicov is laming a little bit, finds some sheep. Of course, laming is allowed in this tournament, you know, so you can definitely do that. And how you doing, Javier? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Did your teammates tell you that I happened to run into them yesterday during a ranked match? That was fun. That was a good game. As TaToH brings in his elephant, and brings in his elephant. Yeah, good to see you too, man. Brings in the elephant just so that Nicov can't lame it. Although I haven't seen Nicov lame all that much this tournament, but he is laming all these goats. So TaToH is down 4 goats right now. And where's TaToH's scout actually? Looking for the goats, but he's not gonna find those because those are gonna go all around. Yeah, I know, said I missed it. Oh, yeah, I mean, you can, if you want, you can of course download the recorded game from AoE2.net. I think. Yeah, it should be up there. I guess. It was a pretty good game actually. Really enjoyed that. I was very surprised to run into them though. That was kind of funny. Alright, we should also look at Nicov's base. Of course, because he went forward that early, he hasn't found his own goats yet. But because TaToH isn't at his base yet, yeah, TaToH is running around and he's probably thinking, oh, my goats are gone, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks big time if you're Britons, because remember, what is your 1 eco bonus in the early game? Yes, that exactly. It's eating your goats fast. So yeah, the fact that he's down a bunch of those goats, that's he's not going to be too happy with that one. And of course, Nicov is very happy now. You have a problem now. You have a problem. What might that be? As I want both of them winning. Ooh, oh, I see. So you're both a Nicov and a TaToH fan. Well, this is gonna be a heartbreaker for you either way. Then, I understand it. I understand it. Like, I mean, I can imagine both. You know, the further we get into the tournament, the more chance there is that you want both players to win, because you know your favorites will survive, and then they have to meet each other, and it's I mean, it's gonna be sad to see either of them go anyways. You know, I also want both of them to win, and it sucks that this is an elimination round, and basically, and one of them will have to say goodbye to the tournament. But yeah, it is may the best win, of course, and And that's why that's why I always say I am not partial to either player. I am partial to good play. As TaToH is going to go for a drush now, probably recognizing that he's down some food, has pushed in some of his ostrich, and is going to send forward a drush. Something that Nico could have spotted. He went right next to it. Okay, he sees the barracks now. At 6 minutes, that's definitely a drush. Like, you know that. It was even up before the mill. That is definitely a pre-mill drush. As we have a lion being annoying here, but that's gonna get killed here. As Nicov forcing down some quick walls like he did in the first game. Looks like there's not gonna be any holes, so yeah, he's gonna protect most of his economy here. And that before a mill, so that definitely delayed his mill because of the wood investment. Now he can afford it, and is getting loom as well just to make sure. Yeah, this is all that you should do against a drush, basically. If you can wall it out like this, wall it out. He's not even finishing the walls, you know. Because he'll know if TaToH attacks it, he can easily go there with a villager and finish it. Wait a second. No, TaToH, he doesn't know where Nicov is. Oh no, he's going the wrong way. I thought he knew where he is. Oh, disaster. Oh, that is really bad. That is really bad. And the reason for that is very simple. This is right there is 100 food. He could have been in feudalates. He could have clicked up right now. But now he can't. Now he's going to be behind to Nicov. And he's not even going to be able to punish Nicov for it. Because the walls are up now. So by the time that he finally finds Nicov, he sees a stone. So he knew it was somewhere around here. He's going to see the main gold now. Yeah, now he sees the main gold. And now he knows, oh crap, Nicov is on this side. Oh, yeah, this is... F for the drush indeed. Jesus Christ. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, now he sees the walls and it's like, what do you do here with a drush? Nothing. I mean, these walls aren't pretty, but they will definitely do the trick against the drush here. Yeah, I don't think Nicov is going to lose a single villager. Not even a little bit of idle time here. You know, just the walling itself. That was about it. Oh, that blows. Yeah, now you're a minute behind to feudalates again, and you're already down some food as Britons. That kind of sucks. Now, I mean, Britons are safe to come back from stuff like this, but yeah, he hasn't really walled yet because he needed all the villagers to do work. Yeah, Nicov has some walls up and is going to go for looks for some archers himself. Is going to go to gold, which are outside of its walls now. I mean, the way that Nicov walled only protects stone. It doesn't really protect his golds yet, which this gold is kind of sus because it is on a hill. It's going to be difficult to DC that if you wanted that. Like a DC right there on this wood line and on this gold, that would be nice. As TaToH now knows that the villagers are out there, he's sending his drusher right over there because he's like, well, that's nice. Now maybe I can still get some value for my drush here. At the same time, Nicov being annoying with his scout. Almost got a villager, but that villager will just go and farm next to the mill. Very nice. A forward gold also for TaToH, but it will be behind this little wall. So if he gets all these walls up like this, he should be okay. But it's gonna be it's still quite a bit to wall for him in order to keep himself safe. And both players kind of need to do this, right? They kind of need to wall themselves to keep themselves safe. As Nicov making some military units right now. You know, the spearman and the scout are just scouting around, while the skirmisher and the archer will defend against the militia, which again are not gonna do a whole lot. And TaToH probably regretting investing in those. But I mean, if he had gotten into Nikov's economy, had been able to do some damage with them, it would have been fine. But yeah, it's always a gamble, right? If you're in the middle of the map, like your opponent can either be there or there. It's one of the two, and you kind of have to send your military somewhere, and it's always risky to split up your military, of course. Now, yeah, we have an archery range now for TaToH. If any Civ can come back in military numbers from this, it would be Britons, because their archery ranges do work faster. As TaToH's already made some skirmishers, because he knows he's behind in the military count. He has to be. His woodline is forward though, and that's kind of annoying. Like, he has a woodline in the back, but that's not like the biggest woodline in the world. We have this woodline, which will be safe-ish after he walls like this. You know, actually walling over here would have been nicer, but yeah, he doesn't see the woodline. He doesn't see the woodline, that's why. But looks like Nicov, okay, he's gonna see the walls. Let's see what Nicov thinks. If he thinks, I can still get through here. He might, see what you do here, you click behind it and see where your military goes. And the military goes straight to that opening, and TaToH recognizes that. He's like, oh, Christ. Yep, he will have to run away with this villager now. Run away, run away, run away. Okay, does run away, so he might not lose that villager in the end because it does get a little head start. Has to send his military from the left to defend now on the right. The goal's still not walled. I think priorities here. I think you should wall this side because that's two of your goals right there. If you can keep those safe, you should be fine here. The villager. Oh, it does go down in the end. The villager does go down to Nicov. Nikov's little attack there. So this little army, which does have fletching, but only 2 archers, does get value very nice. As TaToH, yeah, will want to find this army, as Nicov is going to try to hide it in the corner here to see if TaToH can find it. Now, TaToH should know... Well, I mean, you could probably see if that army went down there or not. So I'm pretty sure that TaToH probably knows that it's still here. He could see it. Okay, he saw it. He saw it. Both players using the market at the same time, selling stone. Both of them at the same time. So who got the better value for that? Looks like TaToH got more gold for his stone, but only slightly so. Only slightly so. As TaToH almost losing a villager again, but the scout doing a great job there, sniping the archers and the skirmishers. So this army should go down now. Would have been nice though for Nicov, of course, if this army had gone undetected. But yeah, TaToH was paying attention to it. Good stuff. Also keeping an archer out here for vision, as you can see. So you can see if an army is coming in from the left. The right side is walled now. So after a bit of a rocky start here for the Spaniard, he will be able to click up. Only 10 seconds behind Nicov this time. So this time he's gotten up in good fashion. Both at around 1730. That's a clean castle age time right there. Because like around minute 20 you want to be in castle age. That's considered a normal castle age time nowadays. Wow, this is actually a really annoying woodline. There's actually a hole in it as well. Oh god. Oh, Nicov knows! He knows! He knew that there was a hole there. Yeah, he can walk right in. He can walk right in. And TaToH, let's see what your reaction time is like. Oh, God. One villager down. Yeah. The first reaction was fight, but there was some archers in there as well. And that villager is going to go down as well. And now TaToH has to bring back his military again to deal with this. Another villager going down. And Nicov is looking strong today, man. He came to play. Oh, did TaToH click first? Oh, whoops. Oh, you're right. My bad. He is 10 seconds ahead. That's true. I mean, he is 5 villages behind right now. So in the end, I mean, that is because of the idle TC time. That is because of losing 3 villagers. But Nicov showed up to play right now. And TaToH has a decision to make. Am I going to go forward to try to counter Nicov in any way? Or what am I going to do here? We have... I think I saw a stable go. Yeah, a stable go up now. So yeah, TaToH wanted a few knights because he did see a whole lot of skirmishers here for Nicov. Wanted a few knights to counter that, but still has to deal with this army in the back. Since the skirmishers that way to do so, yeah, Nicov will have to run away from this now because it is skirmisher army. Also going for the elite skirm upgrade as well is Nicov, and oh god, TaToH's crossbow is getting caught off guard by the skirmishers, and these skirmishers are getting so much value right now before the knights come out. This is the most important thing with Britons. You gotta keep your mass around, and yeah, I mean bye skirms, but they killed all the crossbows almost. This was bad. We do indeed have a forward villager, so yeah, TaToH probably recognizing that he has taken so much damage, has lost so much army, there's no way that he can just sit there and boom like Britons like to do. As we have Nicov going to stone, because again, both players sold their stone, so neither side can add a town center. But yeah, for now, Nicov is going to protect himself with skirmishers, he's going to protect himself with some crossbows. Has walled off this side as well, but of course the woodline is rangeable, and TaToH of course wants to get some revenge, wants to get some villager kills himself. Nicov reacting to that is going to run away, so yeah, no villager kills for him, even with 8 range. Now let's see what TaToH can do with his some mangonels forward. As oh, that looked like a hole, but there was no hole there. I mean, Nicov is a little bit strapped for wood. I mean, look, like that wood line it can be denied, that one line can be denied. So it's not like Nikov's base is very efficient right now. Like, he doesn't really have a good spot to take wood right now. He keeps having to move his villages to the other side of the wood line. But these are British crossbows, and Briton crossbows, they tend to be able to outrange your own military. Yeah, look at that. Look at that lumber economy for Nicov. That's really bad. As now a mangonel makes its way forward as well. So it's TaToH who's looking to put on some pressure. Taking a score lead right now as well. As Nicov is forced to drop his own siege workshop. But again, you have 20 lumberjacks. But most of those lumberjacks are on this tree. Right there. And I'm pretty sure that that's gonna cause some idle time here between the villagers. Yeah, look at the efficiency for these vills. 32%. They're spending more time walking right now than anything else. As Nicov is having to sell food to get wood. And yeah, he's strapped right now. Those walls that he dropped in the Dark Age are getting back, kind of coming back to him now. I mean, both players have bad wood lines. Like these wood lines, like TaToH has them as well, right? And Nicov has good wood lines. The problem is that this wood line is denied now. This wood line can be denied, and these wood lines aren't accessible because there's knights out here. Yeah, TaToH's doing a great job denying the wood right now. As we have a mangonel shot. Oh, great shot there. Great shot there for Nicov, stopping that mangonel from coming in. That was great. That's the kind of stuff that he needs to do right now. As TaToH's getting the armor upgrade on his knight. Nicov, what he needs right now, he needs to get a town center up on a wood line somewhere. I mean, for now, it's okay. Also, the crossbows have gone down in the back, so at least this wood line is safe for now. But he is definitely a little bit on the back foot. Also, can't go to stone anymore now, which is kind of what the whole plan was. I wonder if he's planning to get a castle up at some point. So we have some split micros. This is going to be difficult to micro against because it's 2 counters to skirmishers. You don't want to be too long around. This is the mangonel does go down. I think it was the delete actually from TaToH. Hoping for a big smash hit on the crossbows and the skirmishers, but doesn't get that. But the knights with the +2 getting a lot of value right now. I mean, knights are a great counter to skirmishers. And Nicov trying to wall in his wood line, and look at all the idle time costs as well. Look at that worker efficiency right there. Like less of half of the time villagers are actually working in Nikov's base, and he was looking good before, but he is definitely under a lot of pressure right now. TaToH is not gonna let him just waltz by him in this set. He's gonna have to work for it, and Nicov is under a lot of pressure. Defending yourself with skirmishers against knights is a nightmare. As he's trying to die, as TaToH tries to dive for the mangonel, gets the mangonel, gets a lot of kills right now, and the army count is still very even, and the vill count is evening out as well. Although it would have been more even had it, if TaToH hadn't had 2 minutes of idle TC time. Of course, Nicov also got wheelbarrow, which also helps. As the knight's almost getting into the wood line. This 1 HP or 3 HP scout getting a kill right now. Oh, no, Nicov reacting to it. So the scout goes down. Very nice. Nicov still trying to go to stone, but he's not allowed to get there right now. There's 1 crossbow denying this gold. So yeah, Nicov has to deal with so much right now. TaToH's got a whole slew of houses in the front just for some vision. Sending in more and more knights. He's not actually making crossbows right now. He's just making knights. And Nicov is still stubbornly making the counter to archers, but there's not a lot of archers on the field right now. Does have a nice number of crossbows, gets the kill right now. Knights without bloodlines, of course, are still, knights without bloodlines. Nice little split micro there. Getting close to the mangonel. Ooh, a nice attack round there from TaToH. Almost got a hit. I don't know why that didn't hit, but yeah, the mangonel goes down. Boom. Very nice. Nicov is still alive, has a bigger army than TaToH on the field right now, because remember, TaToH was pretty much all in to do this. Hasn't been able to kill Nicov off for now, so Nicov should be okay. Stabilizing a little bit. His economy is mostly gold right now. Look at that, 18 on gold, only 5 on farms. Like, it's not pretty, but it does the job for now. It's making some crossbows. Yeah, I don't know how Nicov is still alive either. Like, 1, you're up against TaToH, and 2, like, did you see how far those knights got into his base? How little army he had on the field? I'm telling you, if this had been me, I would have been dead already, definitely. So really nice defense there for Nicov, and in the end he emerges with the score lead as well, and an army capable of killing, or at least damaging TaToH big time as he bringing his forward villager back. Now, of course, because of all these houses, he doesn't see it because he didn't get downwatched. Now he's going to get downwatched. See, that makes a difference, but he doesn't see this army come forward, but he could see, no, he can't even see the zebra moving. You can't even see that moving. That's a nice indication as well if you're paying attention to it. If you don't know, especially now, right? Sends a knight in, doesn't see crossbows, doesn't see a whole lot of crossbows. You would definitely, right? You should definitely be wary. Where is that army? Because he does know that army exists. I would have deleted my TC probably. Man, well, that would have been that you would have had to be under a whole lot of pressure to delete your TC, right? Because you'd have to click. Do you want to delete your TC? Yes. As oh god, the crossbows get in. Nice shot there from TaToH, though. Almost flattened those crossbows. Remember, these crossbows do not have ballistics, so they cannot kill this entire villager mass that easily. As TaToH's going to defend with some mangonels, but still finding a hole there in the wood line. Very fortunate for him. But now you're kind of trapped. You're kind of trapped right now. So let's see what your micro is like, Nicov, because you're gonna have to micro this one. The Saint has to keep out some knights out of his wood line, which, by the way, not so much of a wood line anymore. As the crossbows, oh, split micro, knights coming in at the same time. This army is so dead. Oh, giant shot on the crossbows. I mean, again, I knew this army was so dead, but you know, because the knights, but +2. But that was a giant shot. Jesus Christ. And we even out the score again. And now TaToH got in with knights as well, denying whatever was left of that wood line, not a whole lot. To the crossbows, indeed. Pay your respect. We got some crossbows from the left though, but looks like TaToH is just gone for knights all around. He's like, you know what? I know I'm Britons, but knights have done much better for me so far. So yeah, I guess I kind of agreed. Like, some pikemen here and there for Nicov wouldn't be the best thing. Although, remember, these knights do not have bloodlines. So that does allow you to kill these knights much quicker than any other knight with +2. So that is definitely true. So monks would be nice, though, getting some conversions. That I could definitely see work here as well. Yeah, for now, skirmishers and knights pushing this crossbow army back. 1 or 2 monks can indeed make the difference. You know, having... because it's like it's not just it's not like killing 2 of their knights. You're not just taking 2 knights away from them. You're taking 2 knights away from them. So you gain 2 knights. It's really an effective difference of 4 knights if you think about it. If you get 2 conversions, especially in Night Wars, right? Because if you're 2 knights ahead, you get 2 conversions. You don't have the same amount of knights then. You're 2 knights ahead yourself then. As we got more knights streaming for it. But again, British knights, only 100 HP, not the best in the world. As we have TaToH buying some stone because he does want a town center, does want to defend his wood line over here. You know, I would have deleted my lumber camp there. But yeah, in any case, as yeah, Nicov continues to lose crossbows here, and you wonder what unit are we gonna go for here now. Also remind you that Nicov has still not gone to his second town center. He's still only on 1. I think at this point... Oh, he's planning to. Okay, he's planning to drop a town center on this, well, far away wood line, actually. If he gets it up, I mean, that is a nice... Another defensive line that he can take. But right now, TaToH is not interested in defensive lines. He is interested in pushing into Nicov's base, which, by the way, he could already do because there's a hole right there. But of course, you don't expect that. And also, if you're cool like TaToH, you're just gonna punch your own hole. Yeah, that's no -1, it's like -2 because you got the knight. Exactly. As Nicov now using that hole in the wood line to run away or not. I guess he is giving up on those villages because that's not a thing. Defending the hill though with his own mangonels. It's 3 versus 3 with the mangonels, or at least it's 2v2. No, 1 mangonel goes down for Nicov. Gets the kill though. Another shot from TaToH gets the kill as well. 2-1. And another mangonel going down because that's knights now. And now you've got 2 mangonels in the back of your base. And, well, I mean, there were some knights here a second ago. Nicov's still stubbornly holding on, man. He's still stubbornly holding on. He refuses to die here, even though he's now. Oh, look at that! He's 20 villagers behind. I mean, look at the eco kitty. 29 villagers have gone down for Nicov. Wait, what happened at the other time? We have some skirmishers denying the gold. We got that down, so it has gone up, but it is not looking good for Nicov now. He's lost a whole lot of villagers in just a few seconds there, a few minutes. Yeah, and more villagers going down. The knights still trying to defend with crossbows and skirmishers, but it's going to get more difficult as this goes along. As we have 2 mangonels going down because TaToH deleted this one. Right, deleted this one to kill Nicov. Nicov calls to GG, recognizes as well. He is too far behind to stay alive here. And man, what a win from TaToH there. I mean, Nikov's defense was amazing. Like, he stayed alive much longer than most of us would have been able to, I think. But I mean, it's difficult to survive that amount of pressure. And also TaToH proving once and again that just because a civilization is classified as a certain civ, in this case an archer civ, doesn't mean you have to win with archers. I guess knights can carry the day as well. And Britain knights aren't the worst in the world. Yes, they don't have bloodlines, but they do have all the armor upgrades. So it's could be worse, right? It could be worse. Yeah, GG, knights win as well. And also, like, using the knights for what they were worth here. Have a quick look at the statistics there. I mean, look how even it was at this point. Look how much military TaToH lost, especially right there. Losing crossbows to skirmishers was a big deal. That right there is the moment when TaToH decided, okay, we're gonna go knights here. I'm gonna kill you with knights. Yeah, and consistently making a whole lot of military, taking good fights here against the Argentinian player. TaToH went out of the meta to counter Vietnamese. I agree. I agree, because Vietnamese, again, remember what I said at the start of the match, is a potential counter to Britons, because they do have a great unit for that, and also just great archers themselves with more HP, especially on skirmishers, makes a big difference. Skirmishers are more difficult to kill for crossbows if you're up against Vietnamese. And the KD for TaToH much better, because he was using a unit that countered whatever Nicov was making. And remember, even Viking knights, even Malay knights would do okay if your opponent just goes skirmisher. Of course, if you make any other unit, Malay knights will immediately die, but still. Hey, knights with one armor upgrade are still better than crossbows against skirmishers, really. Yeah, GG. I love how both players are also kind of similar in speed there. Alrighty, let's see if the third game is there. The third game is there, so we're catching up a little bit. Let's see, this one was 2 minutes ago, so we're almost there. We're almost there. We're catching up. Of course, I'm sorry I couldn't show the draft, of course, but you know, it doesn't. It's still Arabia, so you know what civs to expect. And let's see, game 3, it's 1-1. So who is gonna take home who's gonna go for the match point after this one? As we have a little bit of spec delay. Ooh, that gives me some time. Gives me some time to get my scoreboard up, maybe. Ah, Christ, that is not good. Oh no, I don't like that at all. Yeah, my scoreboard is kind of archaic. Maybe you can speed up the catch up. I could definitely speed up the catch up, but I don't like to speed up games. You know, I know a lot of like some casters, what they do, they'll speed up through the Dark Age, you know, because well, I mean, Dark Age is kind of repetitive. I know that, but I don't like to do that. You will have to suffer through the Dark Age with me. As there's the game. Now, if you don't, hang on, let me just pause that. I'm just gonna get the scoreboard up, because I like to be able to do that. There you go. That's TaToH, and that is Nicov. So we have the scoreboard at least. It's 1, 1, 2, 1. Take a second for that. Perfecto. Alrighty. Yep, it started. I know, I have the game. So here we go. And indeed, we are getting bored together. See, that's how I consider this. We are in it together. As whoops, that wasn't starting. There we go. Now it's starting. Perfecto indeed. Awesome stuff. Welcome to the third game between TaToH and Nicov. We have ourselves a tie. Awesome stuff. So now I'm curious who's going to win this game, and then of course be the most likely person to win this set. I mean, again, most likely doesn't mean certainty, but oh boy, oh boy. Where are the comments? Oh, there they are. Yeah, they get. I think when I go from the main screen to capture rates, it's because the how do I say this? Because the chat box has to be a different dimension, I had to make a different chat box, which means it deletes the comments from the other chat box, and it overwrites them with these. That's the best way I've found to do it. Of course, I'm not a Streamlabs expert here, so oh well, it fits, right? It works. It works, so it's all right. Anyways, ooh, we should probably talk about what civilizations we have here. We got Japanese for TaToH. Ooh, very versatile civ. So probably a civ that he will be very, very happy with. You have to mix the multiverse to get the chat box up. Exactly. The struggles that I had to go through for you for you sods. No, I'd gladly do it. Gladly do it. And we got TaToH for Nicov. Ooh, very nice. I wonder if TaToH is gonna be badass enough to go for Japanese cavalry archers, because I learned this. This is what I learned today. Well, not today, but actually it was during Virgo Cup. I learned that Japanese have fully upgraded cavalry archers. So you can totally go for CA if you wanted to. Of course, they're not as good as TaToH CA, because TaToH CA with silk armor have way more pierce armor than normal cavalry archers do. But you could, if you wanted to, you could do it with Japanese, and that is what makes Japanese such a great civ as well, because they're so versatile. Yes, they don't like excel in anything but infantry. Like, infantry is the thing that Japanese really excel at, right? Like, they have full upgrades for that. They get all the infantry in the world except Eagle Warriors. They have samurai, which are really strong as well. And then for the rest of the game, they get all the options. They have a very open tech tree as well, you know. So you have a lot of options to go for. You know, if your opponent goes for cavalry archers, you do have skirmishers. You got your own cavalry archers. If your opponent goes for knights, you got your pikemen. You got knights yourself. Anything you want really until Imperial Age, when you lack that final armor upgrade. But still, having bloodlines makes your scout play very strong as well. So there's a reason why Spirit of the Law likes Japanese so much. Go Japs, huh? Any case, TaToH is less versatile as a civ, I would say. Like, that's always something that it's kind of weird about TaToH, that if you're not going cavalry archers, what are you going for with TaToH? Because all the other options are kind of subpar. For one, infantry, absolute no-go. Look at that. It's lacking this final 2 infantry armor upgrade. I mean, they literally have worse infantry than Goths, and that should tell you enough, right? You still paid full price for it, by the way, so that's definitely a big no-no. You can go knights, camels until you get Imperial. Yeah, that is true. That's true. I mean, TaToH have a lot of options, but when you get to Imperial Age, I mean, like, you got Cavalier, Heavy Camel, but nothing special about them. I mean, they're fully upgraded, but that's about it, right? Your cavalry in Imperial Age is about as strong as Berber cavalry, but Berber cavalry is discounted, right? Yeah, at the very end, I think CA is kind of the way to go, especially with silk armor. It's, yeah, unless you want to go Keshiks, I guess. Or Step Lancer. Maybe. I mean, silk armor does apply to Step Lancers as well, I think. Doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. As looks like Nicov is walled in. His woodline is sending a lot of lumberjacks this time as well. We haven't really had a look at the bases for players, as TaToH sending a Primo Drush again. Yeah, probably we didn't actually see that, but yeah, Primo Drush again, because it's 2 militia coming forward here for TaToH, and this time around, he does know where Nicov is. This time, he does know where Nicov is, as Nicov has scouted the barracks, so he's aware of this, is walling in his berries, is walling in all his resources, so yeah, he will be aware of this. As there comes the Spaniard trying to attack this palisade wall, which goes down quite quickly. Damn, look at that. Downhill bone, you know, you get that hill bonus here on these palisade walls, so you should be able to break through this palisade much more easily than any other palisade. But yeah, of course, TaToH not too interested in just sticking around here with this militia. Of course, wants to get some damage in as well, as Nicov walled in his villagers in this one tile with the gold. It's not very efficient, but it is safe. Villagers are safe in the woodline as well. Yep, I think so. Actually, there's a hole right there, I think. Yeah, again, TaToH not being able to do a whole lot of damage with his militia, but forcing a whole lot of inefficient quick walls. That is technically a gain right there. You know, sometimes you don't get much more with a Drush. You should have a quick look at their bases here. Wait, did TaToH just click up before Nicov did? Hold on a second. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, think about that, right? Like, Nicov did not make a Drush, didn't invest 120 food in a pre-mill Drush, and TaToH still clicked up before Nicov. A few seconds, but still, that should be like at least half a minute, right? Because you made a Drush, that is a food investment, therefore your opponent should be able to get there faster. But I guess the idle time costs here by a Drush, maybe a little bit of macro, something for Nicov in the end, clicking up around the same time. But that's really good for TaToH. Let's see what we got here. We got an archery range going up for Nicov. For TaToH, it's going to be an archery range as well, because he was on gold, of course. You know, that much was clear. Didn't think that these players were going to go for scouts in this instance. And as soon as the archers come out, of course, this rush will end as well, in theory. Now, both players still need to wall, and we should see what are they going to wall, because it looks like their map is very open. They technically have 3 whole wood lines and then a sliver of a wood line, which Nicov decided was the safest option he had. He can wall, he's going to wall like to the left as well. I guess he can wall down here, maybe down there to keep themselves safe. His main goal is behind behind in his base, as you can see. Berries are in the back as well, but of course in the back is only meaningful, right, if you wall. I mean, it just takes a few extra seconds for it to go from here to here, after all, for your opponent. We have some stone, we have some gold, very nice. This main stone is close to DC. Remember, we need to keep in mind where the stones are, because the Taurs will definitely want to get at least 1 castle up for their upgrade. As for TaToH's base, very open on the right. As you can see, these wood lines are far away from his base. Does have these wood lines. This wood line is okay as well. There's this wood line that is maybe, well, it's not, that's not a great wood line, because all these hills around it, you can't TC this wood line, except if you TC it right there, which is not really a TC spot you want to go for at first, because that's very far forward. Yeah, just TaToH scouting around a little bit to see what Nicov is up to. Archers have pushed away the drush. I mean, it's still alive. Still, they just don't know when to quit, do you? Just don't know when to quit. Oh, but interesting. TaToH bring around the militia to maybe fight the scout. Nicov now seeing that. Yeah, so now that allows TaToH to at least run away now. Because Nikov's scout has less HP, so TaToH can stay around now. Bringing forward his army, so it looks like TaToH is going to go for is the first to go forward with some aggression here, and Nicov for now will have to defend himself. And Nicov is walling, you know, he's going for some bigger walls here as well, you know, so he needs to keep himself safe for now. If he can get these walls up, at least his main goal will be safe. It's just a wood economy again that it's going to be kind of tricky, depending on how you wall this. As TaToH does make it through this wall. And this is the moment when your berries become kind of dangerous, because look, now you're downhill, down a giant hill from your opponent, which is not too handy, as the archer's getting sniped right now by the skirmishers. And TaToH, loving life right now, sniping these skirmishers from archers from Nicov, and Nicov has lost a lot of army there, and that's expensive as well. So that wasn't ideal. TaToH with his own spearmen killing the scouts from Nicov, and now he can easily sit around here and fight. Although Nicov is still fighting with villagers, but has to be careful there. That scout, of course, can easily die. Yeah, and TaToH being very annoying there, even forcing Nicov to drop a stable, something that TaToH can now see. So he's probably going to make his own archers to have some counter to scouts. And Nicov a little bit under pressure there. His worker efficiency going down, and it still hasn't gotten the walls up. I mean, this right there, a little army of skirmishers can do this. Little army of skirmishers can do this. As ooh, Nicov is not planning to go for scouts. He's planning to go up to the next stage here. Look at that, selling his stone, buying food, but he's not quite there yet. Not quite there, and still has to defend himself as well. Again, lots of villager idle time, because these villagers are fighting right now, which yeah, I would still consider idle time because it's a villager. Yeah, the other part that's fighting. As we have more military coming forward from TaToH, who has, of course, gotten most of his walls up. Like, his base is, it's a little narrow, but it is a base, and it is protected. As Nicov has been forced to make a scout after all. So yeah, selling the stone, but now you're still not up to the castle age because of all the pressure from TaToH. Just looking really good. Nicov is trying to get these walls up to stop this army from getting it again. Yeah, now you're not just all in, you're all in feudal almost at this point. As TaToH is gonna, well, I mean, not all in feudal like that, but forever feudal for a while, as he's getting his farm number up. Only 10 farms though. You know, a lot of these villages are also on berries. Is making more scouts now, which should do well against these skirmishers. As yeah, now TaToH will have to run away from this. Loses his skirmishers already. and is probably going to lose the rest of this army, but I don't think he's going to care because he clicks up now and Nicov is not close yet. He's trying to sell wood right now, desperately, to try to get the gold so he can buy himself up to the next stage. He's almost there though. It's a market abuse almost. I mean, this is what you would call abuse, right? You know, clicking up and only 35 seconds behind TaToH. That's not too bad. It's not too bad as this army for TaToH goes down finally, but I think it has done its job. It stopped these walls from going up and did so much idle time to Nicov that you would definitely say that Nicov is slightly behind TaToH now, although he has more villagers. Again, some more idle TC time actually for the Spanish player, for the Spaniard there, which amounts to at least one villager. But he clicked up earlier too. That's another villager right there. That will even out as soon as he gets to Castle Age. Nicov now finally going for a counterattack. The first time he is here with military at TaToH's base because TaToH has not let the pressure abate the entire game here. But Nicov might be patient here with this army. He's still making archers, so I don't think he's going to switch out of ranged units anytime soon. No, it's a third archer range, and we should know what that means, right? We all know what that means. 3 archer ranges at before Castle Age is in. That smells like cavalry archers, doesn't it? As TaToH wants to go to stone, because he also sold a stone, didn't he? Okay, so he also sold the stone to get up faster. That makes sense. I mean, this makes sense if you go archers, right? Because your economy doesn't have to be as strong to get military out. Because archers are relatively cheap, so it's easy to keep your archer ranges going, even on 1 TC economy. Like you see that in team games, flanks don't often have that much economy to start with, you know, when they go for the military. It's way different for a pocket player, of course, because knights are very expensive. You still have to produce them for 2 stables. A lot of resources. We have some nice split micros from both, but unfortunately you are up against crossbows. More range, more attack. This is not a fight that Nicov wants to take, but he kind of has to because he needs to stop TaToH from advancing. He does have the hill, but you see how little that matters when you're up against crossbows. Although gets a bunch of kills. Now it's 4 crossbows, 4 crossbows. More crossbows on the left there for Nicov as well, and TaToH is going to run away. As away, okay, he's going to run another way then. Okay, there we go. There we go. I was gonna say because that is not really the way to safety, my friend. It's still being annoying though. He's keeping his army preoccupied on the left so that he can maybe send an army on the right. But I'm not seeing an army go forward right now. There it is. Because Nicov right now, he's sending most of his crossbows to the left there. He might send them this way if TaToH keeps being annoying. Both players are getting ballistics now. TaToH's ballistics already in, so Nicov needs to be very careful here in this minute while he does not have ballistics. Because he could easily lose crossbows now. Because we both know that TaToH has the micro skills to out-micro the crossbow fire there. Oh! Okay, I say he has the skills. But if he doesn't use them, then of course it ends up being the same as for everyone else as well. Yeah, we get nice shots there. Confidently microing uphill, but yeah, you are outnumbered slightly there. 11 crossbows for him, 13 for Nicov, slightly ahead. Yeah. Also getting the elite skirmisher upgrade right now, which again, the Japanese, they have all the options in the world. They can do whatever they want because look how many upgrades you get. It's just cavalry and the Imperial Age that kind of lacks, but that's about it. Which is kind of historical as well. You know, Japanese warfare wasn't very cavalry heavy unless of course you were part of the Takeda clan. If you played Samurai Warriors, you would know. TaToH is getting stone. Nicov starting now. Yes, that is correct. Very nice, nice scene. Like we saw that TaToH was going out to stone because, of course, he wants either a castle or town centers. I should think town centers, not a castle. As he's defending with elite skirmishers and he's going forward with crossbows. This is like a really good way to play. As say, Nicov is on stone. This is a really good play to play the archer set, by the way. Like, you defend at home with skirmishers, you don't need as many numbers to do that, and you push forward with your own crossbows to try to get some villager snipes. TaToH is running out of wood. Is he now? Ooh. I mean, he is... Yeah, he is going to run out of wood on this side as well at some point. This Nicov is heavily on this wood line as well. Again, both players have consistently been on like very few wood lines here. We do have the second armor upgrade on these skirmishers, so these skirmishers are pretty tanky. But the siege workshop does go up, and now it's time to not hang around here. Wow, Nicov does have like double the lumberjacks that TaToH does, right? Doesn't he? Okay, well, not exactly double, because some of these lumberjacks are also building a TC. So yeah, it seems like there's more resources right now for Nicov, but his economy has been less efficient overall. Wheelbarrow for TaToH. Yup, that's correctly as well. That would explain the 3 villager difference. So it's very even right now. Very even. The only thing that's not even is, I guess, army value. Is because TaToH right now, he's making mostly skirmishers. As we have, okay, so now Nicov recognizing that TaToH is going to go for skirmishers, because he's been seeing a lot of them. He also sees the armor upgrades on them, which if you're going just archers, it's almost worthless to go for your armor upgrades if you're up against other ranged unit. It really doesn't really matter, especially against skirmishers. So he's getting the cavalry upgrade to maybe get some knights out to counter this. Basically what TaToH did to him last game, except now it's TaToH who will be on the receiving end of that one. As mangonels, of course, the death of skirmishers because of their low HP and low attack. We have TaToH. I mean, this is kind of a scout more so than a threat, really. It's just seeing if Nicov has expanded to the right, although I'm pretty sure that Nicov is going to expand forward and to the left. Yep, there you go. Another TC going up now for Nicov, now that he has a stone for it. And there you go. Very nice. As we have TaToH switching into his own knights, and he's investing heavily into knights as well. Look at that. That is the second armor upgrade. So Nikov's knights will be matched, I guess, by TaToH's knights. And also these knights for TaToH can snipe all this siege, which is kind of being a problem for his skirmishers right now. The mangonels go down, the skirmishers can engage against the crossbows. Left of Nikov's base. Not seeing anything to the left right now. Yes. To the right, though. Oh, you mean the right. Oh, okay. TaToH's taking gold. Yes. At the other left. Yeah, exactly. As we have some pressure coming forward now. Going forward now for Nicov, and that's a lot of mangonels, that's a lot of knights and crossbows to support as well. Of course, the crossbows need to be careful for the skirmishers, but now the mangonels come in. Shots. Ooh, good shot there. Great shot. So the knights run in, trying to go here for the mangonels, but they're not going to even get one. Maybe one goes down, another one goes down on a mangonel shot from TaToH, so at least 2 mangonels have been eliminated, but that costs a lot of knights without bloodlines. Knights without bloodlines still kind of trashy, as TaToH gets pushed off of his main gold, and also the only gold he was taking right now. Because the other gold out here, and then the other secondary gold right there. So yeah, not getting a lot of gold. Oh! Hold on a second. Oh, we should have seen that. Hang on, I want to see that. What's going on here? Oh, Nicov just runs right in between these skirmishers and loses a lot of crossbows in a second. And a shot, kabam! Making all of these weak as well. Another shot, kabam. Yeah, Nicov had an army, but that army is gone now. So TaToH can breathe a sigh of relief. He is okay. As skirmishers are raiding villagers, even get a vill kill as well on the front. Villagers that are just peacefully building houses. Yep, the pioneer is always under a lot of pressure. Again, TaToH on the gold, man. Like I was gonna say, his gold got denied. The only gold he was taking. Nope. He still has gold. There's all the gold in the world. And Nicov has no idea. I mean, why would you think your opponent goes all the way out there to take your gold? That seems kind of weird. But hey, I mean, if your opponent isn't stopping you, then again, nothing is stopping you from taking his gold. Remember, it's a T90 bro strategy. You take the most forward gold you can take, so that if you get pushed off of that, you can fall back on your safe gold, right? This gold. So now TaToH is saving himself a whole lot of gold, stealing. I mean, how much gold did he steal already? Well, already steal the casual 300 gold there from Nicov. Very nice. Nicov going for some more forward expansion there, expanding to the left, as we said. There is some extra gold to be taken there, which Nicov does know about, so he knows that the gold exists. He can see this army come forward, some knights without bloodlines. We'll have bloodlines in a second, though. Skirmishers have to run away from the mangonel there, but the knights, of course, can snipe the mangonel. Ooh, nice attack ground. Wow, that was a great attack ground. Did you see that? That is what's saving this mangonel right now. Great attack ground. Just before bloodlines kicked in as well, so those knights took a lot of damage there. And again, Knights, I mean, if it's a full direct hit from the Mangonel, that's a lot of attack that you get. 40, that's a lot of attack. And it counts as melee attack as well. As, yeah, Skirmish is now kind of in a pickle. So what TaToH's trying to do right now, he's trying to pick off as many crossbows as he can. But he should know that the TaToH player, crossbows aren't going to be your long-term option here. Like, at some point, lacking Arbalest, you're going to have to switch into something else. Yeah, as, again, TaToH trying to go for the Mangonel, but the Knights keep dying to this. Still microing with the Skirmishers. He has traded against a whole lot of crossbows as well. As we now have... Yes! He's doing it! He is doing it! TaToH is making... He's making Cavalry Archer, and that he made a Cavalry Archer before the TaToH player did. That's hilarious to me. Okay, he's not making more Cavalry Archers right now, but still, he made the first Cavalry Archer of the game before the TaToH player. No one would ever believe you. It's like, it's Japanese versus the TaToHs, and the Japanese player made the first Cavalry Archer. I mean, they'd be like, wait, what? But yeah, I mean, Japanese could go for CA if they wanted to. I think that was just a misclick then. I don't think he meant to do that. As he's streaming forward a whole lot of military. Nicov cutting off the reinforcements though, so TaToH is kind of stuck on this hill now. Shot there for the Mangonel. That lands. So much hell going on right now. 2 Mangonels already down for both players here. So we got a shot from Nicov. Nice dot there from TaToH. Tries to get in with his Knights. That doesn't work. And the Mangonel goes down. Perfect. Perfect. And the attack for TaToH is, well, it's kind of neutralized a little bit. At least he can't push the TC now. Still making Knights. Much better this time with Bloodlines. We have a Cavalry Archer attacking the house. Yeah! The insult. You know, I wonder if this Cavalry Archer is going to make Nicov think, maybe I should go for Cavalry Archers as well. I wonder. I mean, he's still making crossbows for now, because this doesn't look like it's going to go to Imp anytime soon. Both players, let's see, Nicov on 94 villagers without wheelbarrow, by the way. Nicov! Nah, just kidding. Although at this point, you know, when you have this many farms, wheelbarrow is a pretty important upgrade to get there. Got repairs. Oh, repairs coming in just too late there, so TaToH does get that value. We got some fights going on the right side as well. This is chaos. This is chaos. Knights in Nikov's main economy just go down. The villagers still casually taking gold. Whoop. Stuff going on, man. Still that Cavalry Archer. Skirmishers will survive for now. TaToH sending a Mangonel for, but that Mangonel is going to get sniped now. Very nice. Who's going to click up the Imp here first? I mean, TaToH has all the gold in the world to do that. He only needs to get his food count up. I think that food count is slowly rising here. He's not making a whole lot of villagers anymore. He is on 3 town centers. Going to get a castle up in the middle as well. Great position for a castle. Kind of shielding your gold on a hill. Nice position to push. I mean, this would have been even a better position, but I don't think... That would probably not have gone up. Not with a Mangonel coming out of the siege workshop. Too risky. And Nicov calls the GG! He calls the GG! He doesn't think he can do it anymore. But why? I mean, yeah, Knights Skirmish is very difficult. The TaToHs don't have the greatest option in the world. That's true. TaToH just got 666 food. I mean, it's the devil's number, but is it because TaToH stole your gold? I mean, you didn't even know about it. Well, I mean, again, I agree that the TaToHs, if they don't have a ball of Cavalry Archers, right, then it's kind of difficult to deal with that. And TaToH indeed is near Imperial, and I think Nico must have thought that TaToH had already clicked up by now, which he hadn't, actually. He hadn't. TaToH was also only on 3 town centers. The build count was actually in favor for Nicov here. That's interesting to me. I think he could maybe have tried to play a little bit more here. You know, try to go get your Cavalry Archer numbers up. Maybe show your own cavalry, something like that. 25 idle villages for Nicov. God damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of... Yeah, I mean, he was hit a lot, right? I mean, TaToH definitely like put a lot of pressure on this part of his economy. So Nicov definitely, you know, is most of his economy was outside of his walls. It was, you know, it could be pressured, whereas for TaToH, most of it was safe behind, at least behind a wall of buildings. So, in any case, nice victory there for TaToH with just incessant pressure, just kept sending it forward, man. This is a game where I would like to see the military stats. A slightly better KD for TaToH, but not a lot, not by a lot. Like the KD was very, very even, as Nicov apparently lost a few units to his own Mangonels as well. Interesting. Yeah, I see. Like, he got 2 kills, which aren't accounted for. But the army high for TaToH, look how much military he kept sending forward. Just great, like, crazy numbers of military there. And the fact that neither player got to imp. Like, normally around minute 40, you should be up to imp, apparently. That's what I'm told. Of course, I'm always late with that, but, well, pro players get up to imp. And that tells you how aggressive this game was. If both players can't get to imp, that's an aggressive game right there. Got some mangonel micro spikes right there. Awesome stuff. Alrighty, well, TaToH gets another win there, and Nicov is going to have to pull out the big guns in the next match if he wants to beat the Spaniard player, because TaToH, of course, is a very difficult opponent. And it looks like we have caught up with the main game. Awesome stuff. Nicov tossed when that mangonel killed 20 expos. Yeah, that might be why. You know, like, I remember when he was coming forward with 3 mangonels, 30 crossbows, and a bunch of knights as well. I thought, oh, now TaToH is going to be in trouble. And then that didn't end up doing a whole lot. Like, that army died really quickly. I think that was kind of a moment where it was kind of like, that doesn't look too good here. Because if that is a very expensive army as well to go for, and then to lose all of that army just like that's of course expensive. In any case, let me get you into the draft. Here you go, we got a draft. Did you know that? Oh yes. Oh yeah, okay, the schedule was, that is the official schedule for today, but you should imagine that Daud Velez will be after Hera Winchester, because I haven't cast that one yet, and I will cast that one. So, that's still forthcoming. No worries about that. Let's see. We got Japanese win, Tatar loss, and a Vietnamese loss. Alrighty. So we got Sicilians, Vikings, and Ethiopians. So the chance of him going archers again is pretty big. But I wonder if Nicov, right? He is expecting maybe Saracens or Indians, Mayans. I wonder maybe if he's gonna go Sicilians here. And if TaToH, you know, like TaToH's had success with archers so far, maybe he's gonna go for Saracens or Mayans. But you know, Saracens I like a lot as well, because TaToH loves to use the market at least. You know, that's because it's such a flexible civ, a very open tech tree. You can abuse the market all you want. You could do a whole lot of stuff with that, and we do know that TaToH loves his strategic diversity in the game. You know, coming up with different plays and things like that. So we'll see. Of course, going archers for Nicov allows him to use his speed, right, as a player, to micro a lot more. So we'll see how that's what he's gonna go for here. I honestly don't really know in this matchup. Like, I mean, Sicilians are. I mean, they have all right archers as well, but it's really the knights that it's all about, right? The cavalier with the halberd that make it very strong. I think Nicov will play Sicilians. Yeah, okay, so that you think that as well. And then Mayans for TaToH. I could see that. I mean, Mayans still being left as a strong pick. That's definitely something you got to keep in mind. And also the fact that Mayans got to the bans. Wow. What are the odds of that? That doesn't happen a whole lot. Mayans get banned all the time, and for good reason, too. Alrighty, well, let me get the next game, because that has started. So we are actually all caught up now. We are all live. Awesome stuff. Spanish can make the match point. Exactly. It is a match point for TaToH right now. If he wins this game, I mean, this particular game, he wins the set, and he will go on to the next round. 75 seconds of spec delay. Boo. Okay, well, I guess you guys can look at the draft for another second then, and speculate. There. Burgundian banned for Nicov. Interesting. That doesn't get banned a whole lot. It does get picked a whole lot, actually, Burgundians. They're actually, if you know how to use that Castle's advantage, they're a pretty good civ. Boo, too much cloth. Well. Yeah, I don't know why we get all that idle time all the time. I mean, all that spec delay all the time. But yeah, we should be good to go in like 20 seconds here. Yeah, I'll just bring you back into the lobby. Let me make sure that I am in time. 30 seconds, totally fine. Well, again, this is. I really wonder what Nicov is gonna do here. Like, if it's gonna be Sicilians, and if it is Sicilians, are we gonna get? Is he gonna try to go for the knight? for knights then here. I mean, that makes more sense, right? But Nicov, of course, does like the micro. And crossbows, I mean, that's the thing. Crossbows have the better micro potential than knights do, because with knights it's kind of like, you just send them forward and see what they do. You try to get around your archers a little bit, and that's it. But there you go. Burgundians can make so much damage now with houses less armor. Yeah, this is true. I mean, all aggressive civs have been buffed by houses being less strong now. In any case, welcome to the fourth game between TaToH and Nicov. And Nicov has gone for Vikings. Ooh, we did not see that coming. And TaToH gone for Indians. I wondered if he was going to do that. Well, we were totally wrong with our predictions, huh? Well, of course, this is the awesome historical, a very historical matchup. We all remember the time that Vikings and Indians fought in the middle of the Arabian desert, right? Gotta love Age of Empires. It's so, I love it when history is like so that something that looks so historical is still as ahistorical as can be. It's brilliant. I love it. It's very entertaining. Any case, so we got Vikings and Indians. Well, that's still very great, good civs as well. So we'll have to talk about how that might end up working for players here. Now let's have a look at the players' bases, because we didn't really get to talk about that last time around. We got a forward gold for Nicov on a hill. That's a tricky gold right there. You'll have to wall in front of that in order to keep that safe. Of course, if TaToH can get military on top of that hill, Nicov not gonna be happy. We got a back berries here for Nicov, very nice. We got wood lines that are relatively close to TC, 4 of them as well. This one in the back is maybe very safe. Now these are pretty good wood lines, so like nice clumps there. All the secondary golds though, all on the left, so you should imagine that Nicov is probably going to be expanding this way with his DCs. Which for long-term wood isn't as good, because these wood lines, not a whole lot of wood on this side, most of the wood is on the right of his base. It's some extra gold there as well. As for TaToH, oh, back gold, back berries, map hacks. I was there. Oh, you were there when the Indians and the Vikings fought in Arabia. Well, then you can tell us all about how this matchup is going to go, man. Hacks indeed. Well, I mean, like we all get lucky sometimes. It just sucks that usually the player that is ahead in a set is also likely to get lucky as well, which is kind of like, if it couldn't get worse for you, then it just gets worse and worse if you're, the opponent there. Let's see, we got wood lines for him as well. It's very open in the back of his base, but if he walls between the edge of the map, or maybe even between the wood line over there, that's a nice wall off, if you can get the walls up, of course. It's always a risk. Your opponent's scout might be at large and might be around to snipe your walling vills. We got forward stone as well. Not that Indians really need stone for a castle. I can't imagine we're going to see camel archers. We're not going to see elephant archers this set, probably. But still, don't count it out. Speaking of elephant archers, by the way, I found a great game yesterday. A great game. It was a free-for-all Diplo game on ES modes. That was awesome. And if you thought you'd never seen that many damn it, it's not camel archers, elephant archers. Come on, I can do this. If you've never seen a lot of elephant archers, I'm telling you, that's going to be a great game. I'm going to cast it on Monday. Hint, hint. Anyways, back to this game. We got a wall up now in the bottom here for Nicov. Very nice, keeping his base safe a little bit. If he walls over here, then his gold is going to be very, very safe. It's in the game, EA. Fucking EA, man. Whoops. Oh, profanity. Whoops, PG stream. Oh boy. But seriously though, EA sucks. I think we can all agree on that. Most game companies do, really. That's why we play Age of Empires. It's this. It's telling enough about the state of the industry that there's no game that I would rather be playing than Age of Empires. Like no modern game that has been coming out. Most of them don't even measure up to a game that in essence came out 20 plus years ago. Yes, it has gotten a graphical update, and yes, it has been more content has been added. I know that, but still, the base, the bones of the game right here are better than most games that come out nowadays. I'm looking at you, Battlefield 2042. Jesus Christ, what a disaster. And I was defending Battlefield, as opposed to Call of Duty, because at least in Battlefield, you have giant battles, and Battlefield 1 was awesome. I mean, the campaigns were kind of short, but I loved the gameplay. That was a lot of fun. As we have another drush going forward now for TaToH, because I'm talking about other games, so I missed that. Whoops. Come on, Plebcaster. I mean, he should have mined some gold. Oh no, wait, it's 2 militia. It's actually really funny to me that, like, 3 mil drushes, like, usually players do make 3 militia, but they've all switched into 2 militia now. Did you notice that? TaToH always drush Nicov. Yeah, I mean, this is the 3rd time in a row. I mean, this is the 2nd time only that he finds Nikov's base in time, so at least he is aware of it. Because the first time he did it, he didn't know where Nicov was. He went the wrong way. I wonder if drushing Nicov is like his kryptonite. It's TaToH just I mean, he can't really get in right now because of the walling that Nicov has done. Although he could totally get it on the right. I think he assumes that it's fully walled. No, he knows about this. Huh. Oh wait, he got blocked over there, I guess. Okay, never mind. I guess he saw that much. House going down much faster than normal because, again, -1 melee armor. Again, look at this. Even a drush with 2 militia almost breaks through a house now. That house wall, that house nerf has been a big problem for everyone who likes the house wall. And I heard that is a stereotype, but, like, at least that, like, especially players in Southern America love the house wall. Like, I heard Brazilian players love doing that. You can always tell. At least that's what T90 said in Hidden Cup. Like, if you want to recognize the Brazilian players or the Southern American players, it's whoever house walls the most. That's probably likely gonna be someone from Southern America. At least that was what they said. Although, I like the house wall as well. Houses were better than palisade walls. They gave you pop space and they were bigger with more HP. Not anymore though. Now they have less melee armor, so they're not as good anymore. As Nicov is trying to wall out this militia drush, there you go. Stable? Right, I was looking at this, I was like, oh, it's a stable. But then it's just like, oh, it's just a stable, that's fine. But wait, a stable? But we're Vikings. Why are we making a stable here? As the scout gets walled in. Oh, Nicov got walled into the gold mine for TaToH. Right, a stable against Indians. Oh, look what he's doing. He's making a little arena. Oh, that's hilarious. He made a little arena so that the scout couldn't get out, and now the spearman got an easy kill. The spearman is like, yeah, I did that. I'm badass. We have archers coming forward now, or at least coming out for TaToH. I mean, he's just gonna go archers, but Nicov made a stable. But he hasn't made a scout yet, though. I wonder, was that a misclick? Don't tell me that he accidentally dropped a stable where he meant to drop an archery range. Because he hasn't made a single scout yet, and it's not because he doesn't have the food. And he got a whole lot of farmers out as well. The food economy looking like it would if you're going scouts, by the way. It's only 10 on wood. That's not enough. Normally if you go for archers, then you make much more. Now in archery range, no, Nicov, don't tell me. Okay, he probably meant to drop a stable. I'm gonna assume that is not a misclick you would make at this level. But then maybe decided against it. But it was already too late because you already dropped the stable. Maybe he realized, like, he was like, oh, I'll just make some scouts to surprise my opponent. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm up against Indians. I should probably not go for stable units ever. And yeah, you don't want to go stable units against Indians, especially when you don't have bloodlines. It's not a winning strategy, that for sure. It would have been a surprise. That's true as well. Maybe Nicov also realized that he saw the walling. He probably realized that scouts weren't going to get in anyway, so it would have been a waste. Well, in any case, TaToH probably confused right now because he saw that stable and he's probably like, wait a minute. Of course, now he sees the archers, so he knows that it's going to be archers for Nicov going forward. Now Nikov's economy is really good. Remember, he has wheelbarrows, so he will be ahead either in efficiency, as you can tell from that, or by villagers if TaToH decides to get wheelbarrow himself. Yeah, neither player really coming forward with military now. Another stable! Another stable! No, Nicov isn't kidding. He's not kidding. He's actually making stables right now. And he's about to click up as well. Is he gonna make knights? Really? That is very out of the box. That is very out of the box. I mean, okay, just to get it clear, right? Can you make knights with Vikings? Yes. Is going cavalry with Vikings always a bad idea? No. Like, there's plenty of good reasons to go cavalry with Vikings. Like, if your opponent refuses to make anything but skirmishers, then why not mix in some light cap? I did that in a game against Spanish. I had a whole lot of Arbalest, but the guy just kept making skirmishers, so I mixed in light cap with Vikings. And it worked out perfectly. You know, because they still counted that. But should we go all-in knights against camels? Against a civ that can only make camels? I don't know about this. Now, TaToH, does he know about this? He does not. He can't see these extra stables, so he might think, that's weird, I didn't see a scout from this. I saw archers, so it's probably going to be archers going forward. Might not expect the knights, but the thing is, dropping a stable, getting some camels out, very easy thing to do for Indians. Hasn't done that yet, so yeah, TaToH is not expecting the knights. I mean, who would, right? Who would? Nicov is basically all in. Both players have sold their stone at this point, so both players, again, selling their stone all the time to boost their castle each time. Yeah, Nicov is he's committing to it. He's committing to it right now. He's going to try, yeah, exactly. He's going to try to overwhelm TaToH with knights here, while the Indian player is indeed making archers for now. If this works, it will be the play of the century. I mean, I don't think anyone is gonna believe us if we say that someone defeated Indians with Vikings going knights. That people will go like, nah, man, you joking? What kind of stuff did you smoke? And here come the knights. Here come the knights. I want to see the look on TaToH's face when he sees knights coming forward from the Viking player. Yeah, there you go. There come the knights. Yeah, he sees it. He sees it. And now he's like, wait a minute, what's the reaction, Yeah, a stable. See, immediately. There you go. Yeah, this is very non-meta, this is out-of-the-box play for sure. Is it gonna work though? That's the question. I mean, again, no bloodlines on these knights, no second armor upgrade, they can't even fight these crossbows easily. And camels are gonna be coming out in a second. And then you're gonna be up with no bloodlines knights against camels. We have a monastery. I mean, TaToH is just like, okay, you go knights, okay, we'll make the counter. I mean, he is basically, this is like the equivalent of dropping an archery range to make skirmishers. Just one stable camel should be sufficient here. We have, yeah, Nicov has taken his entire tournament career, no, not career, his entire King of the Desert 4 career, at least, on this one play. Because, again, if he loses this game, he is out of the tournament. And TaToH will continue on. So this better work. But I don't want to be skeptical. I want this to work. I want to believe. But you are up against Indians. The odds are not looking too good here for Nicov. I mean, he still has the better economy. There's that. TaToH still has to defend, right? I mean, it's still not over, but he's had plenty of time. Like, he's not surprised by these knights. Seeing those knights come out with a scout was a big deal, because now he knew exactly what was coming forward. And Nicov, already 9 knights on the field, but then there's 3 camels, so, you know. And TaToH wants to snipe that villager. And oh, nice to see you too, Rams. It's good to see you, man. How you doing? And welcome. And yes, you do see this correctly. It is a Viking player going knights against Indians. Don't ask us why. We don't know either. It's as we have a siege workshop coming up, even more for Nicov. But TaToH coming out with the camels, has crossbows to kill the villagers, so the village has to run away from that for now. Scorpion pushing away the camels for now, though, but we have a potential conversion for the Spaniard player as well. Mangonel coming forward to support this. The villager going back to try to build this, but almost dies. Shot now on the crossbows. TaToH still has to be careful. You want to keep those alive as good as you can, because you can still snipe the villager. Villager goes down. Important villager. That villager had to stay alive to build the siege workshop. Mangonel goes down. Gets a shot in on the crossbows though. Really good shot there. Monk is down as somewhere actually. Okay, trying to get a conversion. But yeah, that siege workshop being the knight now is very annoying, because now Nicov has to send forward another villager, another woman actually. Funny. Camel numbers growing slowly here, and that's the thing. Camels will do very well here. As Nico is buying wood right now so he can afford a mangonel from this siege workshop to support. As yeah, he's chasing these camels right now with his own knights. Camels which probably not going to do a whole lot of damage within Nikov's base, but he doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't want to risk it. That walling. Yeah, I know, right? This wall is like... yeah, well, you know. Let's just say that's not going to keep anything out because there's a hole. As Nicov gives up on this siege workshop because that's not going to go up anytime soon. Yeah, for now, he's building knight numbers. He's 17 knights on the field. He's going to get the second armor upgrade now. Bloodlines coming in for TaToH. All he needs right now is the second armor upgrade or just more crossbows, whatever he wants. And TaToH looking fine. Is he on stone yet? No. Easy access to stone for him, by the way, because of the way he walled. Has a lot of space in his base. Like, TaToH's base looks very safe. Very safe. But Nicov still planning to do some damage here. He has a lot of knights. But again, camels, no bloodlines. Second armor grade about to come in as well. Nicov dodged it. Oh, and he loses the mangonel as well because of the delete there from TaToH because Nicov's mangonel was slightly uphill. The shot lands and boom. Yeah, it's not a bug. It's a feature, isn't it? I wonder if they're ever going to fix that. Because a lot of pros use that. It seems like the kind of thing that at some point might get fixed here. TaToH's going to go for a teeny tiny counterattack with the crossbows he had remaining from the front. Right on his woodline as well. Let's see what Nikov's reaction is. Wow, Nicov, man, he was paying attention to that. I mean, like, what? Like, how attentive to the minimap do you have to be to notice something like that? I mean, that's such a small army as well. As, ooh, camels going forward. Ooh, pikemen. I like that. That's good. Add some pikemen. Pikemen will do very well against the camels there. But conversions could come in. Nicov is committing to this. 1 conversion, 2 conversions coming in. The camels coming in before the pikemen can make a difference. So many knights going down here already. The conversions mattering a lot. And oh god, it is a slaughter. It is a wholesale slaughter. As Nikov's army bites the dust. And there goes your all in. And yeah. Oh boy. That was not a good fight for Nicov. Oh, it pains me to see, but of course we all knew that this was probably going to happen, right? We all knew that probably the knights for the Viking player were probably gonna get slaughtered by the camels, and it just makes such a difference, right? You know that bloodlines, missing bloodlines means you can take, like, camels kill you 2 shots earlier. 2 shots earlier. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like, they do so much damage to you now. As we have cavalry archers going forward as well, which are kind of troubling for Vikings, because Vikings lack mobility, right? They lack mobility. That means they also can't go for infantry at all at this point. Pikemen are not going to work against the camels anymore. And TaToH looking good. TaToH looking really good right now. Yeah, it's just not really worked out. And how are you doing, Lord Roderick? And thank you, man. That's just... Do you have to, like, copy-paste it so you can copy-paste in chat every time you come here? I love it. Go Nicov. Ooh, well, go Nicov. Nicov is gonna need your support here because it's gonna get rough for him going forward. It's gonna end a town center on stone, so he definitely wants a castle, that's for sure, because otherwise you would not be placing a TC right there. You were supposed to be the chosen one. Yep. He was also not taking the high ground. See that? Obi-Wan had the high ground and Nicov fought anyways. And see, it ends up kind of the same way as in that game. I type it every time. Well, I appreciate the effort, man. I do. You bring balance to the force, not join them. Exactly. Not destroy it. Yeah. Yep. As we have a relic being brought home by TaToH. TaToH's all the map control in the world. You know, he's just gonna casually get all the relics that he saw. Come forward with some military. And now you're faced. You have knights and pikemen against camels and cavalry archers. Literally, both of these counter what you make. Whereas knights do not counter cavalry archers very well. Of course, if they get into an engagement, then yes, as a conversion does come in. TaToH is doing what Spanish do. And what would that be? I mean, if you're gonna say stealing the relics and taking them home. Oh, is that so? Is that so? I mean, this is what you're supposed to do with map control, right? It's what I always forget in games, because I don't see how you have the time, to think about getting relics in a hectic game like this. As looks like TaToH is almost denying his town center, but it does go up on the stone. So at least TaToH now knows Nicov wants a castle, that's for sure. Nicov gets housed as well. Second TC going up for TaToH, so he wants to get his Vulcan up as well. Like England. Yeah, no, army number for TaToH looking much better. Like, look at the difference in cost as well. Almost 4,000 resources invested in that. Like, that tells you a lot about the value of the military in the field. TaToH also, he's now making crossbows. He's making crossbows from 3 archery ranges, so he's now making, making the unit that Vikings usually make, because that's, yeah, they used to have fully upgraded archers. Not so much anymore now. The thing is, though, against this, I don't think Viking infantry is going to help you. Like, I mean, infantry, I know that the devs want infantry to be a thing, but infantry is never going to be a thing against cavalry archers. Just know. With good micro, infantry should never be a thing. Ever. It just never. It shouldn't be a thing. I think it's the right... Oh, and Nicov calls the GG as well, because he recognizes those cavalry archer numbers will continue to grow. It will get very difficult for me to deal with that. Again, like I said, infantry, not a thing. That won't work against cavalry archers with great micro. And the crossbow numbers were too low to deal with this right now. And he says, Suerte la próxima, for good luck in the next round. And TaToH takes the game with a 3-1 against Nicov. Though a good start for Nicov with the victory in the first game, TaToH has been able to close it out. He was the favorite going into this set. He was the favorite going into this set, but Nicov definitely, he definitely showed up to play. And especially the first and the second game, he made it very difficult for TaToH. Very difficult, But in the end, TaToH does manage to close it out here with very strong play for him. Deservedly gaining the spot in the top 8. And, he is seen as a top 8 player as well. I would definitely place him in the top 8, And Nicov is, he's close there as well. But good luck, of course, next time for him. He's a very strong player. He's going to make it into the top 8 easily as well. No calm CS ever force expert sailors. This is true. Go Nicov. Smoke comment. Lel. Oh boy, but what a heartbreaker though to see Nicov go. You want both of these players to make it into the final round, but there's only 8 spots, and as we gain more and more pro players, more players to root for, it gets harder and harder to actually make it into the top 8 and have all your favorites still be there. It's gonna be a heartbreaker either way. I think today is going to be a day of heartbreakers. Again, I don't know how the first set went, by the way. No spoilers there. I don't want to know. I don't want to be spoiled there, because I want to be able to cast that for myself later on. But you just know that the rest of the day it's going to be heartbreaking. Because... like all the, it's all good players. It just, like, once you get to this stage of the tournament, like, there's only gonna be great players, only players to root for, and you just don't want to see any of them go. But go they must, because we must eliminate at least everyone but one, huh? What's up next? MBL versus TaToH, and then we've got Hera versus Vinchester. Oh boy. That's gonna be a big one. Yeah, go Hera. Yeah, I mean, I am a Hera fan. There, I mean, I'm still gonna try to be as unbiased as I can, but I'd be very sad to see Hera leave the tournament. I think sad and surprised as well, because between Hera and Vinchester is a great aggressive player, but Hera should be the favorite going into that set, at least. To be fair, between MBL and TaToH, I mean, MBL's a really strong player. He looked really strong in the round of 32. Like, really strong. So I mean, again, but then against Viper, it's against Viper, and Viper makes us all look kind of silly. I mean, I don't think MBL had the best day, when he played that second round group stage game against Viper. It didn't seem like it. So I think after a week of rest, he should be ready. He should definitely be up for this one. But TaToH cannot be discounted. The French player, very aggressive play as well. Very strong. I mean, he made it all the way up to the final 12. So, it's cannot be underestimated. And upsets have happened already this tournament. As you can finish looking at the statistics, but I mean, the KD speaks for itself. It was gonna get better for TaToH in a sec there. Yeah, I mean, chapeau for Nicov, right, for thinking out of the box, trying something different. But I think the problem was, if he planned to go Knights with Vikings, any other opponent Civ would have been better than this. Because Indians are always going to make camels against you. Always. No doubt about it. It's too easy for Indians to get some camels out with more pierce armor and things like that. It's just, yeah. And then Vikings without lines, that definitely doesn't help you against camels. So I mean, I like the attempt, but unfortunately it does not work out. And any strategy when it doesn't work out looks bad. You know, all strategies when they work out look awesome, but that's just, there's not really much in between. You know, strategies don't often go eh. It's usually like, oh, amazing strategy, or ooh, not the best in the world. You know, like, unfortunately, this strategy didn't end up working, but I like the effort. This is what makes Age of Empires such an engaging game, because even though we have set strategies, set metas for civs and maps, that doesn't mean you have to do what everyone else do. And you'll see, you try that, and sometimes it might actually work out as well, and that's great as well. So yeah, congratulations to TaToH for winning, and good luck next time for Nicov, of course.